Hey everyone, welcome back to IndieVoice. Today we're diving into the top 10 indie games from this year's Steam Next Fest. Now the festival just wrapped up today or yesterday, since whenever this video comes out, and wow, this lineup is just stacked. From emotional adventures to pure chaos in voxel form, indie devs absolutely showed out this year. So I handpicked 10 games you need to wishlist today or whenever you see this video, plus a few honorable mentions. Now let's jump in. Now mind you, these are just some of the games I played and my personal opinions about them, but they may be of some interest to you, and I really hope you enjoy these picks. Now for number 10, we're looking at Tides of Tomorrow. Not your typical indie, it is interactive narrative where you, the Tidewalker, can actually see the past choices of other players and decide whether to follow their path or rewrite their destiny. It's a wild concept that turns cause and effect into a social experiment. Wishlist this one because this one is going to be probably a big hit after it comes out. At number 9, we're looking at Everwind. Yeah, it's a voxel Minecraft game vibe, but this world feels alive. You're crafting armor, exploring floating islands, and even building your own flying base, and many other things that you'll get to experience. So if you love crafting with an exploration and magic, add this to your wish list immediately. At number 8, Skate Story. This particular game has been under the radar for quite some time because we've only seen a bit of trailers, some gameplay, and some dev mentions and stuff like that. But this one is literally you becoming a glass skateboarder from hell. You were a demon that decided to pick up this odd skateboard, you signed the contracts, and then you became who you are now, skating through the underworld trying to do your main goal of eating the moon. Only Devolver Digital, with their publishing and the mini games they've had in the past, could greenlight something this stylishly bizarre. Every grind and fall is memorizing. This is an art in motion. Wishlist Skate Story today. At number 7, Rebel Engine. Imagine those past games like Ratchet and Clank and Jak and Daxter, but grittier. You play as a robot filled with rage against this corporation with a claw arm, fighting your way up the massive corporate tower alongside your virus sidekick. It's fast, it's frantic, and full of attitude, and so far I do enjoy the many amounts of violence and hacking skills and abilities that hopefully we'll see more of when it's full release. At number 6, Yasuke, A Lost Descendant. An alpha demo that feels beyond next gen. The visuals, the combat flow, the impact screen of every hit, it's cinematic perfection. Grinding on rails, switching styles, landing combo finishers. This feels like anime fights come to life, and it's really well done and amazing with the environments. Hopefully the developers continue working on this because this looks like a really strong winner for how well designed and well thought out this game is put, especially if you look at the trailer. It's really well done. Now we have reached to our midpoint of the entire video here, and I'm going to show you the runners up and games you probably should not ignore either. Hopefully these will be something that will also interest you. Wow, those are actually some really amazing indie games this year, and I'm sorry those weren't up there on the top 10 list, but they were also very worthy of something that you do not want to miss out on. Looking at number 5, Ambrosia Sky Part 1. This starts out like Power Wash Simulator in space, then flips to a psychological, weird, like horror as you clean up an infected ship, uncovering what happened to the crew. It gets dark over time, and this is only just Act 1, where you see these weird types of fungus that spew out electricity, acid, and start to constantly regenerate. It gets creepy over time, and I can't wait for the whole thing and Part 2, but let's just focus on Part 1. Wishlist this one, trust me. At number 4, Slots and Daggers. This one has been an automatic favorite for me because it's a roguelike roulette combining slot machine randomness with tactical combat, landing the right combo that feels satisfying, especially with poison builds, because that's what I use throughout most of this one is poison, really effective over time. And the reason why I say this is like a roguelike roulette, because this reminds me of Clover Pit. This one I can honestly see become really addictive when it's fully released. Keep an eye out for that and make sure to wishlist that. Getting towards number 3. Now, after just seeing Little Nightmares 3 and people were kind of having mixed feelings about it, at least some of the content creators and some of the gamers that had bought it already, but this is surprisingly the next project from those same developers, which is called Reanimal. From the devs of Little Nightmares, this is a dark, disturbing, and utterly fascinating, weird world that we're looking at now, because now there are skin suits, shifting forms, very unsettling areas, and new characters that have never been seen before throughout the entire series that they have made. And honestly, this is very much nightmare fuel because I've never seen a man look like he's tied up in so many knots and then using a skin suit, and then some of his skin suits are like slithering around the floor like snakes. But I really can't wait for that full game because this is just a nightmare trip. At number 2, we're looking at Blanksword. Now, this one has been spammed about all through Instagram and many other places, and I could see why, because this one takes a roguelike and RPG, fuse it together into something that has a creepy story and something like Earthbound a little bit, except it deals with angels and a dark past with one that has his brain taken out of his head. The Kickstarter ends soon. It is still live whenever I post this video. You should see if you could donate there, or you can make sure to wishlist this video to help make sure to get more visibility for this really amazing game and something that looks out of this world to play. And now we have reached to the number 1 spot. If someone can please add a drum roll, please. Thank you for the literal drum roll. And at number 1 is called Scrabdakle. Now, the name, even though as weird as it is something that I really like on how this game is very much designed. You're a wizard that's fallen down from the academy and you lost your wand, but then you go find your wand and adventure this weird and odd world of everybody saying, oh my god, wizards, my gosh, they're so amazing, and then a whole bunch of other stuff, and seeing all the people in the villages and the weird areas that they create and using magical bits to pay as currency. There's a lot in this game that I automatically love on how this is, with magicians, many versions of magic, and ways you can level yourself up with crystals and more. And honestly, this, I just gotta say, you have to play this demo if you get the chance. It was an absolute blast to play this game. And that is our top 10 for the Steam Next Fest of this year. There are so many other great demos out there. This is just a slice of what's out there. If you found something new to the wish list, or something that may have gotten a new interest to you, drop a comment and tell me which one stood out to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell for more indie discoveries, because here on IndieVoice, we amplify those hidden gems. See you in the next video.